I absolutely love making these smoked salmon jumbo cream cheese rolls, so much so that they've practically become the rock stars of my dinner parties. Picture a smoky, wasabi-kissed cream cheese center, cuddled up inside delicate salmon, with a crunchy cucumber barrier to keep your cracker from turning into a soggy mess. Trust me, these rolls disappear faster than my kids when it's time to do chores. Let me start by plopping a cup of room temperature cream cheese into my mixing bowl. If you forget to set it out ahead of time, you might end up arm wrestling a cold block of cheese. But hey, I'm calling that multitasking. Burn calories while you prep. Next, in go 2 tablespoons of wasabi paste. If you like less heat and want to avoid watery eyes, feel free to dial it back to just 1 tablespoon. I once doubled the wasabi by accident. My relatives still joke they could breathe fire afterward. Then I sprinkle in a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, just enough to make those flavors sing. Now for the fun part, blending. If you're lucky enough to have a hand mixer, pop it on low at first, so the wasabi doesn't go flying out of the bowl. Gradually increase the speed as everything starts to come together. You'll see the cheese transform from a lumpy mess into a velvety pale green dream. If a hand mixer isn't in the picture, no worries. Grab a sturdy spoon or fork and channel your inner gym buff. It'll take a bit more elbow grease, but the payoff is worth it. Keep stirring until there are no streaks of white left. Smooth and spicy is the goal here. Now for the main event, the salmon. I lay 2 smoked salmon fillets on my cutting board, overlapping them to form a rectangle. If you're dealing with smaller pieces, it's kind of like a puzzle. Just piece them together until you've got one big sheet. Honestly, the first time I tried this, I ended up with a salmon mosaic, but it still tasted incredible. As long as the pieces end up looking somewhat rectangular, you're good to go. The biggest thing is making sure there aren't any large gaps between the slices, or you lose some of that delicious filling when we roll it up. I hope you're enjoying the process of making these smoked salmon jumbo cream cheese rolls as much as I am. If you're loving this recipe, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you'll never miss any of my delicious appetizer creations. Do you have a favorite party appetizer that holds a special place in your gatherings? Maybe a unique twist? Or a family recipe passed down through generations? I'd love for you to share it with me in the comments below. Let's swap ideas and keep the appetizer magic alive. Here on my channel, I love blending food photography and cooking, inviting you into my kitchen to celebrate the art and joy of creating amazing dishes. From capturing the perfect presentation to developing tasty recipes, I hope you feel inspired to make something fantastic too. Thanks for joining me on this culinary adventure. Let's roll out those salmon rolls and create some show-stopping appetizers that will be the star of your next party. Spread the cream cheese mixture in the middle, leaving space around the edges. It's helpful to use a spatula or even the back of a spoon to smooth the mixture evenly. Remember, A little gap around the edges helps keep the filling from oozing out all over the board when we roll. Remember, these are jumbo rolls as I'm making them now. That extra filling really takes them to another level, both in flavor and size. If you'd rather serve smaller, more bite-sized pieces, simply cut the amount of filling in half and use fewer cucumber sticks. Scaling back like that will give you rolls that are easier to manage and perfect for popping into your mouth in one go. But hey, if you're all about those generous, show-stopping bites, keep the filling as is. After all, that's what makes them jumbo in the first place. I peel half a cucumber and slice it into sticks, then place them right down the center of the salmon sheet. They lend a fresh crunch to every bite, and I try to keep them somewhat uniform. Though if some turn out thicker or thinner, I just roll with it. Once I ended up with cucumber logs and toothpicks all in the same batch, but the final product still tasted fantastic, so don't sweat it. Starting from the long side of the salmon, carefully roll it up, applying gentle pressure to keep everything together. If a bit of filling escapes, just wipe it up with a paper towel or spatula. No one will notice once it's sliced and presented. Feel free to get creative with these rolls. Swap out the cream cheese for goat cheese or herbed cream cheese to add an extra burst of flavor. For an even richer, buttery texture, try adding a slice of avocado inside each roll. It pairs wonderfully with the smoky salmon and elevates the overall taste. When it comes to presentation, it's all about making your appetizer look as impressive as it tastes. Arrange your rolls in a circular pattern on a large platter to create a stunning centerpiece, or scatter them artfully among a variety of other appetizers for an inviting spread. To enhance both the visual appeal and the flavor, add some lemon wedges or a sprinkle of fresh dill around the platter. These small touches not only make your presentation pop, but also complement the flavors of the rolls beautifully. Before we add the final touch, I take a quick moment to wipe down the cutting board with a paper towel. This nifty trick removes any excess grease from the salmon, ensuring that our sesame seeds can spread evenly and stick beautifully to the roll. Now it's time to add some flair. I grab a small bowl and stir together 1 tablespoon of black sesame seeds with 1 tablespoon of white sesame seeds. If you can't find black sesame seeds, don't sweat it. Doubling up on white sesame seeds works just fine and still provides a lovely contrast. Combining both types not only creates a stunning two-tone look, but also introduces a delightful, nutty crunch that elevates the entire dish. For an extra layer of flavor, you can lightly toast the sesame seeds in a dry skillet over medium heat for about 2 to 3 minutes until they're fragrant. Just keep a close eye on them because they can burn quickly. Toasted seeds add a deeper, more robust flavor. But if you're short on time, raw seeds work perfectly well too. Once your seed mixture is ready, sprinkle it generously over the cutting board in front of the salmon roll. This ensures that when you roll the salmon, the sesame seeds adhere beautifully and are evenly distributed, adding both visual appeal and texture to each bite. Gently roll the salmon log over the sesame seeds, pressing lightly to ensure they stick evenly to the surface. This not only makes the rolls look all fancy schmancy, but also gives each bite a delightful texture and a hint of nuttiness that perfectly complements the smoky salmon and creamy wasabi filling. It's these small touches that turn a simple appetizer into a show-stopping centerpiece for your party. Now comes the satisfying part, slicing the roll. I grab my large, sharp knife. A sharp knife makes all the difference. I aim for 1-inch thick slices, which should give you about 9 rolls, perfect for your party spread. Quick tip, wipe the knife with a paper towel between slices to keep things neat and prevent sticking. Use steady pressure to ensure each piece holds its shape, and if any filling escapes, a quick wipe fixes it. All right? Now, for the fun part. Assembling these gorgeous rolls. I start by placing a bunch of round crackers on a beautiful serving plate. Choose your favorites, whether they're classic whole wheat, crunchy multigrain, or fancy herb-infused ones. Next, I top each cracker with a cucumber slice. This little step is a game changer because the cucumber acts as a barrier, preventing the crackers from getting soggy from the creamy wasabi cheese while adding an extra layer of crunch and freshness. Then I place a salmon roll piece on each cucumber cracker stack. Gently nestle a slice of your beautifully rolled salmon right on top of the cucumber. It's like giving each cracker a luxurious crown. To add that final touch of elegance, I garnish each stack with fresh chives, cut into 1-inch pieces. A sprinkle of bright green chives not only makes the rolls look stunning, but also adds a subtle oniony kick that ties all the flavors together. If you prefer a lighter option, feel free to skip the crackers and serve the salmon rolls directly on cucumber rounds. They still taste amazing and look just as impressive. These little towers not only look fantastic, but also ensure every bite is perfectly balanced with smoky, creamy, and crunchy elements. You should aim for about 9 rolls, which is perfect for a generous spread at your party. Trust me, your guests will be reaching for seconds and thirds in no time. So there you have it, smoked salmon jumbo cream cheese rolls that are smoky, spicy, crunchy, and oh so satisfying. These rolls are the star of any party you throw and are perfect for impressing your family, wowing your guests, or just indulging on a laid-back afternoon. And guess what? In my next video, I'll show you how to create a fabulous party butter board that complements these rolls perfectly. It's budget-friendly and just as impressive as a traditional charcuterie board, but without breaking the bank. So be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out. I promise your party will be the talk of the town with these delicious, cost-effective appetizers. Enjoy and happy entertaining.